Hello and welcome to another selection of the hottest Q&As Reddit has to offer. What's a common saying that annoys you? More recent, we're all in this together. In these unprecedented times. The heroes on the front lines were all in the same boat. If they told you to jump off a cliff, would you? It is always a false equivalence. Or, if everyone/your friends were jumping off a cliff, would you? If everyone I know was jumping off a cliff, I'd at least have to seriously consider it. My friends aren't idiots, they probably have a reason, I'd have to find out why before deciding. Reminds me of a scene from Brooklyn 99. If Rosa went to jump off a cliff, would you? If she went to jump off a cliff, she would have considered the height of the jump, the depth of the water, and the entry velocity, so if she goes jumping off a cliff, by all means, do so. Hello. We're calling about your car's extended warranty. My car that was totaled 4 years ago has a crazy good warranty. I can save thousands by paying a small fee via MoneyGram to keep it going. I gave them a fake car and name and they just started calling me again. The car didn't even exist that year. I gave them 2012 Dodge Dart and those dickheads sometimes tell me that model doesn't exist but yet insist calling me. I gave them a new fake car but they keep calling about the 2012 Dodge Dart. Live. Laugh. Love. Eat. Crap. Die. Eat crap. Die. Sounds better now. You're pretty something for a something. Fly for a white guy? The one exception. What about the rabbi? Just kidding. When you catch someone red-handed doing something they shouldn't, and they dismissively say, just kidding, as if it never happened and they're thus absolved of everything. It drives me up the wall. At least own up to it. It's just a prank, bro. This sentence people say to essentially excuse any behavior or joke. Prankster, let's put a klaxon by someone's eardrums. Loud noise. They get angry. Oh, it's just a prank, bro, haha. Loosen up a bit, I was just joking. Just hate it. It doesn't excuse your behavior, it's just because they can't live up to the consequences. If you got time to lean, you got time to clean. Which, I've been cleaning all day. When I was in judo and this guy was giving a kinda big workout, some of the kids were saying they were tired, he kept responding with "You're not too tired to talk." Like, yeah, talking is easier than doing 30 reps. You're not tired to type. When an employer refers to their employees as family. Original, I'm not a monster. I effing love The Office. We are family equals be prepared to work early and late and be paid in guilt and manipulation. We are family. Until we're not doing well, then we're kicking you out to save money and paying ourselves 7-figure bonuses. The customer is always right. The sad part is there is some real important truth to this. It's just been taken out of context. It was never intended to apply to an individual customer, it was intended to apply to the population of customers. The real idea is that if a particular product isn't selling, trying to blame it on the customers is stupid. My favorite example of this is the spoiler on a Toyota Camry. It serves absolutely no purpose and is completely unnecessary, but if a customer wants to pay for it, we'll happily sell it. Redditors of Reddit. Redditors of Reddit, what was your biggest Reddit moment on Reddit with other Redditors? Not me, but my mom's great uncle once knew a guy who had a son who was a friend with this guy that. People saying they're a little OCD because they like to sort things neatly or something. Or ADHD. Or a dyslexic moment like Tramp. Do you know how hard it was for me to learn to read? Me describing how I struggled in school with dyscalculia and get oh yeah, it wasn't my favorite class either. I was once at a park and saw some 8-year-old boy punch his playmate in the head and his mom responded, well, boys will be boys. How about teaching your kid not to punch others? How about that? Yeah, and crafty parents make for poopy kids. The turd doesn't fall far from the anus. This is my new favorite saying to describe poopy kids. Give 110%. This is actually a thing in the engineering world. An engine running at 100% power is at maximum safe operating power but can be operated at 110%, for example, for short periods of time during emergencies. When your boss says it though, it's never a short period. They want 110% to be the new baseline normal of your work. So just give 25% Monday to Thursday and 10% on Fridays. Everything happens for a reason. Someone actually wrote this on Facebook to a family member of mine after she had a miscarriage. And it's cousin, it just wasn't meant to be. And it's inbred half cousin, it's all part of God's plan. To piggyback off what you said, Let me be the ping to your pong, and add that. If someone said that during a meeting I think I'd walk out. Nah, it's effing hilarious. I'd love to see how absurd you could get before someone who cares says something about it. Nothing can stop a team. If you work your hardest you will succeed. Stuff like that. Nothing can stop a team. How about another team? You weren't supposed to do that. No one, literally no one, me, so every YouTube comment anymore. It's either this or it just quotes something the video. Literally 95% of comments I've seen are just 2 quotes from the video of an exchange that happened. No offense, but, with all due respect, anyone who says that is in butthole. It's one of those things that can be used with the right nuance but smooth brains use it to be a dick. No offense, but you're smelling pretty bad right now, here's some deodorant. To a close friend is okay and helpful. No offense, but your entire race is subhuman and deserves to go to hell, not helpful. If you have nothing to hide, then you have nothing to fear. The first and only thing they reply with when people are presented with mass surveillance practices. Pretty sure it was Snowden that responded to this by asking if you would give up your freedom of speech because you had nothing to say. Yep. He said, arguing that you don't care about the right to privacy because you have nothing to hide is no different than saying you don't care about free speech because you have nothing to say. It's just a word but I loathe the term hubby. It makes me want to claw my own face off and throw it at whoever said it. Along the same vein, I cannot stand prego and kiddo. My husband knows this, so whenever someone is pregnant he says she's prego with a kiddo and he thinks it's hilarious. Huh. I abhor hubby, prego, and doggo, but somehow kiddo does not bother me. Why? Like if it really fits, but when people write would of. It makes me hate people. Should have used a different word. I hate you too. Well, that's not very nice of have you. I don't know isn't an answer or the parent version of I don't know because I said so I don't know, is a better answer than literally anything else when you don't know something. Go figure. I am unequivocally uncertain. Further research is required. Here's the kicker. I have no idea why but it does my head in. Yeah, but it really works when you're introducing a football team. I actually laughed pretty hard at this and I feel stupid for it. Your username is exactly my thoughts after reading that comment. If you cannot handle me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best. This is what we like to call a red flag. Or a Marilyn Moon no. Or a Gal Gannet. Think about everyone else that has much bigger problems than you and realize your problems aren't that big, something like that. Ah yes, it could be worse. Hate that. It could be a lot better too. Money isn't everything. It is when you don't have any. Irregardless. I just winced. You disgust me. Jaime Lannister sends his irregards. To be fair, Jaime never was good at spelling. Don't let this die in new. This'll get buried. To the 7 people that will see this. Just be positive. Well, if I could I would. If only we would have thought of this ourselves. Positivity is such a revolutionary and original concept. Have you considered not being a huge downer? Because you sadness is bumming me out. Be positive and all of its variants show zero empathy. There's always someone out there who has it worse. While possibly true, it trivializes the serious struggles that people go through. Sure, someone could be going through worse, but that doesn't invalidate what you're going through. Also, if I start to think of people who have it worse, then I feel worse. Damn empathy. Exactly. Also, it begs a question of the absolute bottom figure who has to have the worst conditions while still being alive/conscious of them. Everything happens for a reason. Yeah, okay, tell that to a terminally ill child or crime victim. God has a plan for them. There was a Muslim scholar who said that only God knows why things happen, so even thinking about what reason things happen is completely pointless. Saying that everything happens for a reason, while technically true, is not helpful. What would have been your answer or question? Leave it in the comments below. Slap that like and subscribe button for more, and check out the link in the video description for even more answers. Peace out, and catch you in the next video.